Have you ever had someone stop you mid-sentence and say you look way younger than your age? Maybe they thought you were 10 years younger. Maybe they asked what your secret is. At first it feels like a compliment. But what if I told you it goes deeper than skincare or good genes? What if I told you that this youthful appearance is not just something you were born with? It's a reflection of something powerful inside you. Something that speaks through your energy, your presence, and the choices you make every single day. Looking younger than your age is often the result of hidden psychological traits. Deep habits that influence not just how you feel, but how others see you. Today we're going to reveal those traits. So if you've ever been told you don't look your age, this might explain why. And if you haven't been told that yet, this might help you become the person who does get mistaken for being younger, more alive, and more magnetic. Before we dive in, I just want to say this. If you find this topic even slightly fascinating, or if you care about becoming the best version of yourself, please hit that like button. It helps this message reach more people who need it. And if you're not already subscribed, take a second to do that now. I'll be sharing more insights like this every single week, and you don't want to miss what's coming. Now let's uncover what truly keeps you young, not just in your face, but in your soul. Reason number 1. You have an unbreakable spirit. Think about the people who have weathered life's worst storms and yet somehow still look untouched by time. They've faced heartbreak, betrayal, financial ruin, or the kind of pain that could easily break most people, but you wouldn't guess it by looking at them. Their skin is clear, their eyes still shine, and their energy feels alive. What's their secret? It's not luck or some expensive skincare routine. It's resilience. It's mental strength. It's the decision to rise after every fall. Stress is one of the most powerful forces that age a person. It tightens your muscles, dulls your expression, steals the glow from your skin, and leaves you looking as exhausted as you feel. People who let stress control them often carry that weight in their faces, in their posture, in their energy. But the ones who look younger than their age have found a different path. They know that stress is a choice. They've learned to master their emotions instead of letting emotions master them. They do not let pain define them or let setbacks turn into permanent scars. They process what hurts, but they don't dwell there. They cry, they learn, they rebuild, and they move forward with grace. And that strength, that emotional discipline, reflects back in their face. Their skin remains vibrant because their soul is unburdened. Their eyes remain youthful because they see life as something still worth fighting for. If people have told you that you look younger than your age, ask yourself this. Do you carry pain or do you release it? Do you face the world even after it has tried to break you? If the answer is yes, then you're not just surviving, you're thriving. You are living proof that aging is not just a number, it is a mindset. It is the energy you carry, the emotional weight you refuse to hold, and the light you let shine through the darkness. An unbreakable spirit doesn't mean life hasn't hurt you. It means life didn't win. That is the quiet strength that keeps you young, not just in appearance but deep within your being. And if you've not yet found that strength, start now. Not by pretending to be okay, but by choosing to no longer let stress age you. Because the truth is, your mind can either heal you or harm you, and the ones who age the slowest are always the ones who choose healing. Reason number 2. You embrace change instead of fearing it. Some people move through life with a stiffness that weighs down their body, their energy, and their face. It's as if the years haven't just passed, they've piled up. These are the people who cling to routines, fear the unfamiliar, and see change as a threat. Over time, their resistance turns into visible stress. You can see it in the tightness of their expressions, the heaviness in their posture, and the dullness in their energy. But those who appear ageless, who walk with a spring in their step and a light in their eyes, often have a very different approach. They don't let change frighten them. In fact, they welcome it. They adapt, they evolve, and they explore. Life doesn't make them rigid, it keeps them flexible. And that flexibility keeps them young. They're curious, open to new ideas, and willing to learn. They don't say, "I'm too old for this." They say, "Why not?" They refuse to be defined by their age, and that mindset keeps their spirit alive. Studies show that people who continue to learn and grow, who stay socially and mentally active, not only maintain sharper minds but healthier bodies too. Their appearance reflects this openness. There's a kind of glow that comes from someone who embraces life fully. Their faces are free of the tension that comes from resisting the inevitable. Their energy feels light, not weighed down by the past. So if you've ever been told you look younger than you are, ask yourself this. Do you meet change with fear or with curiosity? Because people who look and feel young aren't stuck in who they were. They're excited by who they're still becoming. They don't run from change, they dance with it. And in that movement, they remain timeless. Reason number 3. Your mind is always curious. There is something unmistakably youthful about a person who never stops wondering about the world. You may have met people who are well into their 40s, 50s, or even older, yet they carry themselves with a lightness, a vibrancy that feels completely untouched by time. They are not defined by wrinkles or numbers. They are defined by the spark in their eyes, the aliveness in their words, and the constant movement of their thoughts. This is not about having perfect skin or a strict routine. It is about curiosity. That fire in the mind is what keeps the soul awake and the body young. People who stop asking questions, who stop seeking new ideas or ways of thinking, slowly begin to dim inside. They fall into habits and routines that no longer challenge them. Their days begin to blur. They stop looking forward to what is next and settle into what already is. And over time, that dullness shows. It seeps into their posture, into their expressions, into the energy they bring into a room. On the other hand, curious people are alive in ways that defy age. They learn new things for the joy of it. They talk to strangers with genuine interest. They read, they listen, they explore. Their minds stay open, flexible, and alive. And that mental activity keeps everything else functioning at a higher level. Science supports this. Regular intellectual stimulation has been shown to slow down cognitive decline, improve memory, and even delay the physical signs of aging. But more than that, curiosity changes how you experience life. It brings color and movement into your day. It keeps your inner world fresh and unpredictable. And that freshness reflects outward. Curious people smile more. They laugh easier. They notice details that others miss. Their energy is light, their presence magnetic. If people have ever told you that you look younger than your age, this may be why. Your mind is active, playful, full of wonder. That kind of energy does not go unnoticed. So ask yourself, are you still exploring? Are you still chasing knowledge? Still asking questions? Because when you stop being curious, life starts to slow down. But when you keep feeding your mind, everything else stays alive with it. Time cannot age a spirit that still burns to learn, and no mirror can reflect the joy of someone who sees every day as a chance to grow. Stay curious, and you stay young. Number 4. You express your emotions freely. One of the most overlooked secrets to a youthful appearance is emotional honesty. Think about the people who always seem weighed down by life. Their shoulders are tense, their eyes are tired, their expressions often hardened. They carry a silent burden, and it shows in every line of their face. Now contrast that with someone who is open with their feelings. Someone who laughs loudly when they are happy, cries when they are overwhelmed, and speaks their truth when something matters. Their faces are lighter. Their eyes shine. There is softness in their presence, as if they are unburdened by all the things they no longer hide. Suppressing your emotions creates internal tension. When you bottle up sadness, frustration, or even joy, that pressure builds. It tightens your muscles, raises your stress hormones, and begins to shape your body from the inside out. Over time, this inner pressure leads to visible aging. Cortisol, the stress hormone, breaks down collagen, drains your energy, and diminishes the glow in your skin. You are not just tired mentally, you begin to look tired physically. But those who allow themselves to feel, to express, to release, they are the ones who seem untouched by time. They may still go through heartbreak, pain, and difficulty, but they do not pretend. They let it pass through them instead of keeping it buried inside. This emotional release acts like a cleansing mechanism. It keeps the body from absorbing too much stress. It allows the mind to breathe, and the soul to stay light. Scientific studies have shown that people who regularly express their emotions enjoy better immune health, lower stress levels, and a slower aging process. It is not magic. It is self-awareness. If you have ever been told that you look younger than your age, it might be because you let yourself feel instead of building emotional walls. You understand that emotions are part of being human, not something to hide from. You cry when it hurts, you laugh when it heals, and you speak when silence becomes too heavy. That kind of emotional freedom does not just protect your spirit, it protects your face, your health, your vitality. Because in the end, your face is not just a surface. It is a reflection of how free your soul is. And those who are free emotionally are the ones who stay vibrant, inside and out. Reason number 5. You surround yourself with positive energy. Ever walked into a room and felt like the air itself was heavy, or spent just a few minutes with someone who left you completely drained? That is not your imagination. Energy is real, and it is contagious. If you constantly surround yourself with negativity, it does not just affect your mind, it slowly begins to erode your body. The stress builds, your posture tightens, your expression dulls, and without realizing it, your whole presence begins to reflect that emotional weight. You can often see this in people who appear older than they are. Their faces are marked with exhaustion, their energy feels dim, and their presence seems worn out. But then there are those people who seem effortlessly young no matter how many years they have lived. They glow. They radiate something fresh and uplifting. Their secret lies in the company they keep. These people are intentional about their environment. They spend time with those who lift them up, who inspire joy, who bring laughter instead of complaints. They understand that being surrounded by negative people is like inhaling slow poison, and they make sure to guard their space carefully. It is not just spiritual wisdom, science confirms this too. Positive social interactions are proven to lower stress hormones and even slow the aging process at the cellular level. Laughter, deep connection, uplifting conversations, all of these things nourish you in ways no skin product ever could. Take a look around you. Are the people in your life giving you energy or taking it from you? Do your interactions leave you feeling lighter or heavier? If you are constantly absorbing the stress, criticism, or bitterness of others, your body is keeping score. But the good news is, you have the power to shift it. You can choose to protect your peace. You can decide to spend your time with people who make you feel more alive. Because youth is not just about your reflection, it is about your vibration. And the more you fill your space with positive energy, the more your body and mind respond by staying light, healthy, and vibrant. So if someone tells you that you look younger than your age, consider this. Maybe you have built a world filled with light. And that light is now shining through you. Reason number 6. You live with passion and purpose. Have you ever seen someone who just looks like they are tired of living? Their shoulders slump, their eyes lack that spark, and their words carry no enthusiasm. It is as if every day is just something they are trying to survive, not experience. This isn't just about being tired, it is a deeper kind of exhaustion, one that comes from a life without direction. Now think about the opposite. Think about someone whose presence feels electric. They talk about their dreams with fire in their voice, their eyes light up when they speak, and even when they are tired, there is something alive about them. What is the difference? They have passion. They have purpose. They wake up in the morning with something to chase, something to create, something to give. That sense of purpose acts like fuel, and it keeps the body and soul alive in a way that no supplement ever can. People who lack passion often age faster, not just mentally but physically. When life feels empty or meaningless, the body reflects that. Energy dips, posture collapses, and the mind begins to dull. But those who live for something greater than themselves, they stay young because they are constantly moving, growing, evolving. They do not live on autopilot. Their hearts beat with excitement. Their minds stay engaged. Their spirits stay curious. Science even supports this. Purpose reduces stress, lowers inflammation, and boosts happy brain chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. These chemicals keep you feeling good, and they help maintain the kind of glow that skincare products only dream of. If someone has ever told you that you seem younger than you are, it might be because your soul is still lit from within. So ask yourself, what excites me? What drives me forward? What gives me meaning? You don't need to be chasing something grand. Even the smallest purpose, when deeply meaningful, can make every day worth living. And when your life is full of things you love, your face reflects it. Your energy speaks it. You become someone who carries light. That light is what keeps you young. Not the years you count, but the passion you live with. Reason number 7. You let go of the past. Some people walk into a room and you can almost feel the weight they carry. Not physical weight, but emotional heaviness. It's in their eyes, in the tired lines on their faces, and in the slow, heavy way they move through the world. You sense that they are not just living in the present but are still haunted by yesterday. This is what happens when someone carries the past too long. The grudges, the regrets, the guilt, all of it builds up over time and creates a tension that doesn't just stay in the mind, it sinks into the body. Wrinkles deepen. Shoulders round. Eyes dim. And it's not just about looking older. It's about feeling older, too. Your nervous system stays on edge, cortisol levels stay elevated, and over time, this drains your immune system, your skin's vitality, and your overall health. Now contrast that with someone who looks free, someone who smiles without effort, someone whose energy feels light, as if they've made peace with where they've been. These are the people who know that the past can't be changed. They've stopped trying to rewrite old chapters. Instead, they've decided to write better ones starting now. Forgiveness plays a big role here. Not just forgiving others but also forgiving yourself. People often think that letting go means forgetting. But it doesn't. Letting go simply means choosing peace over punishment. It means saying, yes, that happened, but I won't let it define me anymore. The science behind this is just as powerful. Studies show that people who practice forgiveness experience lower stress levels, better heart health, stronger immunity, and even longer lifespans. When you let go of emotional burdens, your body breathes easier. Your skin loosens. Your energy softens. You radiate something lighter. So if someone has ever told you that you seem younger than your age, ask yourself if you're someone who refuses to be weighed down by what's already behind you. Do you let go of bitterness? Have you chosen to focus on what you can control rather than what you wish you had done differently? That choice alone can make a massive difference. The people who carry the past like a badge often grow bitter. But the ones who set it down become free. And that freedom shows. It glows. So if you've been holding on to something, maybe it's time to let it go. Not for them, but for you. Because the most beautiful faces are the ones that have seen pain and chosen to smile anyway. The youngest hearts are not untouched by struggle, but unchained from it. And that is where timeless beauty begins. In the choice to move forward, lighter, freer, and fully alive. Reason number 8. You live with passion and purpose. Some people wake up each day already defeated. They move through the hours with no spark in their eyes, no excitement in their voice, and no joy in their presence. They look older, not just because of time, but because life has become dull, repetitive, and uninspired. Their energy is flat. Their posture is heavy. Their faces are tired. This is what happens when you lose connection to a deeper purpose. When you have nothing that excites your soul, your body begins to reflect that emptiness. But now think of someone who lights up a room. Someone whose presence is electric. Their energy feels contagious. They speak with fire. Their eyes gleam when they talk about what they love. These people don't necessarily have fewer problems. What they have is purpose. Something that wakes them up in the morning with excitement and keeps them going even when things get tough. Passion and purpose are more than motivational buzzwords. They are biological powerhouses. When you're doing something you love, when you feel your life has meaning, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin. These are the very chemicals responsible for joy, vitality, and youth. They boost your mood, support your immune system, and even improve the condition of your skin. This is why people with purpose glow. They're not drained by routine. They're fueled by passion. And this fire within makes them appear younger, stronger, and more alive. Studies have shown that having a reason to live, something to work toward, directly reduces inflammation and stress. It creates a physiological state that slows aging and strengthens your health. So if people often tell you that you seem younger than your age, ask yourself, do you have a mission that excites you? Do you wake up with something to look forward to? Or are you just going through the motions waiting for time to pass? Youth isn't only measured by age. It's measured by how alive you feel. And that sense of aliveness comes from doing what matters to you. It doesn't have to be a world-changing mission. It just needs to be something that matters deeply to your soul. It could be your art, your family, your work, or a goal you've set for yourself. Whatever it is, let it fuel you. Because a passionate life is a youthful life. And when you live with purpose, that fire inside will shine through your eyes, lift your posture, and give your presence a glow that no skincare product ever could. Passion isn't loud. It doesn't need to be. It shows in how you live, how you speak, and how you show up. So choose to live for something. Let it move you. Let it energize you. Because that is how you stay young, no matter how many birthdays you've had. If you made it to the end, it means you're not just here for surface-level truths. You're here to grow, to understand, and to evolve into the strongest version of yourself. What we explored today goes beyond appearance. It's about who you choose to be when life tests you, when time moves forward, and when the world expects you to give in. But you won't. You will rise with resilience. You'll choose peace over stress, joy over fear, and growth over stagnation. That's what keeps you youthful. That's what sets you apart. If this message sparks something inside you, do one small favor that makes a big difference: subscribe to Stoic Legacy. Like this video to help more people find their strength. And share it with someone who needs to hear the truth. Join us on this journey of clarity, wisdom, and silent power. Let your mindset shape your reality, and let your choices define your legacy. Stay stoic and build your stoic legacy.